A widow just wants justice for her husband 4 years after his tragic murder.
Nick Cordova was shot and killed while FaceTiming his kids. Fox 10 investigator Justin Lum is live here with an exclusive interview with the love of Nick's life. Justin.
And John, Ellen, the tragedy happened in Gilbert back in 2020. The 300-page police report and 911 call leave loved ones with so many questions. Who killed Nick Cordova and why? His widow believes it's time to put pressure on Gilbert PD to make a break in this case. What makes a house a home? Look no further than the Cordova family. Photo frames act as time capsules.
Yeah, and he had the best smile.
Alicia Cordova is talking about her first love. Together, they had it all.
Everyone said he had the Justin Bieber haircut, and I cut his hair. I do hair.
Married in 2012, Nick and Alicia Cordova.
Have all probably been sitting in that
No, we just ended up getting on the road because we went to...
They quickly started a family of 4. Did you want more?
No, we were 2 and done.
2?
Yeah, we had our son and we had our daughter. We said if we had 2 boys, he was like, we'd be done. I said, no, if we had 2 boys, we'd try for a third. I could have talked him into it.
Let me see, how many did you do?
Long before the house and 2 kids, Alicia and Nick met at a graduation party.
And then at the end of the night, he was standing at the door when I left, and I was like, you're cute, you should give me your number. And so he gave me his number, and I feel like the rest is kind of history from there.
It was the all-American love story, filled with unforgettable memories. Nick was the co-owner of Gilbert Air, a company specializing in air conditioning and heating services. Alicia says his goal was to build the business up so that one day he could retire early, spend more time with his family.
He was gone a lot. He would leave sometimes before the kids got up, and then I'd be like, please be home before they go to bed so they can, see you. But he worked a lot and really tried to build the company up, and it was his 3rd baby.
But he always FaceTimed his kids, Cruz and Capri, from the office. On May 27th, 2020, just after 5 in the evening, life for the Cordovas would change.
I was in the kitchen, and then I heard Capri say, like, something's wrong. And so I grabbed the phone, and I mean, I couldn't see anything, but like my instincts just kicked in that something wasn't right. I could hear muffled noises, some yelling. And so I immediately took the phone and ran into my room where my phone was and called 911.
It's okay, Capri.
Emergency.
Yes, there's someone. I'm on FaceTime with my husband. My kids are FaceTiming, and someone came in and started beating him. I think they have.
What's your address?
He's at Gilbert Air. And,
Yeah, it's terrifying. And I felt helpless because I'm just screaming through this phone, like, someone do something, someone say something.
While Gilbert officers headed to the scene, Alicia stared at Nick's office ceiling through his phone camera.
I'm pretty sure I saw a black glove or gun above. I didn't hear any shots or anything, though. I could hear him saying, yelling, screaming. Someone was hitting him. Who's there? Pick up the phone. David who? Dave, pick up the phone.
Dave Sweetman had been Nick's silent business partner for about a year.
Nick was the one that had stepped up and built the company to what it was. And so he'd come home and just say that they had been arguing about this or that. Their relationship was not, they didn't have a friendship or a great relationship. It was purely business related.
Dave, is he okay? Is he breathing? Dave, answer me! Dave, what the is going on?
Nick was found with a gunshot to the head. According to Gilbert Police, Dave was detained, placed in handcuffs, and told officers that 2 men came into the office. One suspect hit him on the head while the other shot and killed Nick, Dave said, calling it a robbery, despite a substantial amount of cash left at the scene. Dave turned his own handgun over to police. 2 employees later told police that they left the business just after 5 p.m. and saw nothing suspicious. One of them remembers Nick and Dave having a closed-door meeting, the conversation louder than normal. Alicia, now a widow, blindsided.
He wasn't involved in anything shady or any criminal activity. Was there something I could have possibly not have known? And no way, 100%, there was nothing shady going on with him at all.
The police report says Dave Sweetman was not a suspect at the time, but his involvement remained unclear. I did text with Dave, who declined to speak on camera about the case, but called this the most traumatic ordeal he's experienced. Just weeks after Nick's murder, Gilbert PD released a surveillance video of a suspect seen at a nearby gas station. He walks into the store, head down, briefly speaking to the clerk, and then walks back outside. This is captured minutes after the shooting. Police say the suspects drove off in a two-tone red and silver Ford F-150 pickup truck. Gilbert Police does have high-quality security footage from inside Gilbert Air, but it's never been released. One unique piece of evidence found at the crime scene was a potato with a hole in it.
I do feel like he was targeted. I wish I could say it was a freak accident and someone just came in, you know, two guys came in hoping to like rob someone and take some money, but deep down, that's not what I think happened.
Now more than 4 years later, Alicia is afraid her husband's case is cold.
As a widow or whenever you're grieving, it's one day I can be like, okay, I've got this, we're good. And then the next day I'm in bed and can't function. It's been really hard.
The ups and downs are unpredictable, just like what happened to Nick Cordova, taken from his family at the age of 40.
It's really hard, like being in this house, because this is the home that we had planned to like raise our kids together. And like he put that tire swing up in the front yard and everything in here, like we've done together. So it's the grieving process. That's not as hard now, but being in this house, it's the kids are happier, but for me, it's like it's like darkness in here, like having to live in this house that we planned on growing old together in, and then him not physically being here. It's a lot.
And we've asked Gilbert PD to speak about this case on camera. A spokesperson declined, saying this is an active investigation.
It sounds like they're holding back that surveillance footage from inside the air conditioning office.
Well, there's definitely a lot more, right, John? I mean, it's been 4 years since we've seen anything.
Point.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the hang-up?
We wonder the same thing. And for Alicia's family, they just want to see some effort in this, more effort, new leads. I mean, again, 4 years since we've seen that surveillance video. Somebody knows who that person is at that gas station. And the report says there were 2 suspects that came in for the ambush. Who's the other person? But that is high-quality video from the gas station itself.
And police would not say if Dave inside was assaulted. Have they said that?
From what we know, there are no signs of any assault on this man. And again, we want to make it clear, he has not been named a suspect in this case.
You mentioned the potato with a hole in it. That, I mean, this is out of the movies, but
this was odd.
a silencer.
This was odd. That possibly could this have been some sort of silencer with a potato left at the scene with just a clear hole in it. I have not been able to see anything in the report that says what that was caused by, but definitely something strange that piqued our interest.
Wow. Well, hopefully more discussion about this can help.
Definitely. If anyone knows anything, you are urged to call Gilbert Police. If you see anything that is suspicious or any signs that you could give some tips to for GPD.
Yeah, and the person in that surveillance video, very clear. Somebody may know that person.
Exactly.
Okay. Justin, thank you.